Hello everyone. In this lecture, let's see how to assign values to a structure variable. Okay, so usually for any variable, what are the two possible ways to assign values? The first way is using initialization. The second one is reading from value from the keyboard using the scanf statements, right? So these two things we are already familiar. So the same thing we will do with the structure variable also, but the process is a bit different. Let's see how to do. Let's get into the details. First, let us see the first way, initializing the structure variable. How can we initialize? Okay, so first let me try to create a structure for this particular card. Okay, so how will you distinguish this card? Using the suit that it belongs to and the pips, right? So let's create a structure for this, and also let's create one more structure for this fruit class. Okay, so this fruit I want to distinguish using its name and the number of calories. So first let's try to create a structure for these cards. Okay, so I'm using the keyword struct, followed by I'm giving a name card to the structure, and the members are int pips and char suit. To which particular suit does it belong to, and the pips also we are taking, right? So let's close it with a semicolon. Always a structure will be closed with a semicolon, right? Similarly, let's create the fruit class fruit structure as well. Okay, so as usual, let's use the keyword struct followed by the name of the structure fruit, and then let's take the name of the fruit, and then let's read the number of calories as well. Okay, let's close the structure. So okay, we have defined two structures. One is card structure, another one is fruit structure. Now let's see how to initialize these structure variables. So to initialize, first I should declare the structure variable, right? So let's declare. Okay, so first I'm declaring a variable C for the card structure. It has two values, right? The first one is an integer, second one is a character. Okay, so I'm giving number 12 and it is belonging to the suit spades. So I'm indicating it with the letter yes. Okay, so two values I have given. Similar to how you initialize an array, in the same way we are initializing using curly braces. But here you can see the data is heterogeneous, not of the same type. First one is an integer, second one is a character. Similarly, let's try to initialize the fruit structure as well. Can you guess how to do? Yes, you have to use the keyword struct followed by the name of the structure fruit, and then declare a variable and initialize it with some name and the number of calories. Okay, so the name of this fruit is plum and number of calories are 150. Okay, so we have to initialize them appropriately in the same order in which you have declared the members of the structure. In the same order, you have to initialize them as well. Now let us see the second way, which is reading values of a structure variable from the keyboard. Okay, so again, I'm taking the same two structures. Okay, and let us assume that we have created the structure variables as well. Okay, so for the first one, for card, I have declared only a variable C, and for struct fruit, I have declared two variables. Okay, so one is a non-pointer and another one is a pointer variable, because I want to show how to read values using a pointer variable also. Okay, so now let's see. As a beginning step, we have to assign the address of the variable x to the pointer, because always pointer is an address variable. To start using this pointer, always I should assign it with some address value, right? So now see how I am reading the first member pips. Okay, I have to use, usually how will you read a variable? Suppose if I have an integer variable int a, how do I read this? Using scanf. Okay, I have to use the format specifier. Since it is a is an integer, I will be using the format specifier %d ampersand name of the variable, right? So here also, if you see, pips is an integer, so I'm using the format specifier %d. I'm using ampersand, name of the variable, which is pips. But I can't directly access the member of a structure. To access, I can access it only through the structure variable. So I'm using it as c.pips. Okay, so this is the only change that you should notice. Always I have to use structure variable. Already we have seen how to access using the dot operator, right? So using the dot operator, first access this variable and then just place an ampersand before this. Okay, so this is how you can read a value using keyboard. Now can you tell me how to read the value suit? Again, let's use scanf. Suit is a character, so the format specifier should be %C, comma, ampersand C dot suit, right? Yes, %D ampersand C dot suit. First, I have accessed the variable suit using the structure variable C, and using dot operator, I'm accessing the member as well, C dot suit. First, I have accessed the member suit and then I'm reading it. So as part of syntax, we are adding an ampersand. So now, can you guess in a similar way how to read these values? How to access the members using a pointer? We will use an arrow operator, right? Yes. So in the same way we will read. How you have read this pips and suit, in the same style we will read. But the only change is instead of dot operator, you have to use an arrow operator. Okay. So here you can see how I'm reading. I'm using the name of the pointer, which is FRT, arrow, name of the member. Okay, I have accessed. Since it is a string, I'm using the format specifier %S. Okay, whenever we use the format specifier S, I hope you remember we will not use the ampersand since it is a string. Next, since calories is, sorry, here I forgot to give an arrow. I will rewrite this. Since calories is an integer value, the format specifier that we will be using is %D, and we use ampersand since we are reading from the keyboard. Then to access the variable, we have to use the pointer, name of the pointer, arrow, name of the member, structure member, that is calories. Okay, so this is how you can read using a keyboard. Hope you have understood how to assign values to a structure variable using initialization as well as reading from the keyboard using scanf. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.